Welcome to the first ever Degrassi podcast that I am doing. The season premiere just wrapped up minutes ago. The first thing, right when it came out, it was in it wasn't in the full screen that stretches out the picture and everything looks real, awkward that Teen Nick has been doing, and it's now in this widescreen format, which is not HD, but it's better than they previously were doing it, and I'm hoping all the episodes will be like this. I think they might have done some for season 10, maybe, now that I think about it. Maybe not. I don't know. But it looked a lot better than normal, anyways. One of the things I really liked about this episode was a lot of it took place outside of Degrassi, which is really cool to see the episodes when they do that. Of course, Degrassi is about a school called Degrassi and everything that takes place in it, but it's also refreshing and cool and fun and exciting to see the cast, at a concert, running through an alley, down the streets and all that. I think it's really exciting to see that kind of stuff, and I'm glad that the writers are still finding ways to incorporate storylines outside of Degrassi. And of course, I love the storylines in Degrassi. It's always fun to see a new perspective and new backgrounds and all that kind of stuff. So the first storyline to talk about is, of course, Bianca and Drew. Bianca, I think, was underused in season 10. Now this episode is a holdover from season 10. So towards the end of season 10, Bianca did get a lot more screen time and started to become more prominent. And this episode definitely shows that. So, season 11, she is taking over as one of the bigger characters, which is great. I think she's a great character. She kind of parallels, in a way, to Alex from, some of the classic Degrassi characters. Yeah, it was great to see Bianca together. When the episode started off with her dancing, continuity on Degrassi, very good. Showing, she's been a dancer for many years, and showing that in the episode to win concert tickets was great. Anson, I'm glad he died in the first episode. I didn't really care for him at all. He was annoying, and I actually wasn't expecting him to... I think we were all expecting him to die, but I wasn't expecting it to be Bianca throwing the brick. Like, after that happened, we went to commercial break, I was like, okay, some really serious stuff is about to go down. And then they're like, oh, he's dead. And I was like, oh, I don't know if that's dumb on my part that I didn't realize that would have killed him, or if as an audience we weren't really supposed to know. But I didn't even realize that was when he died. I thought it was going to be like the very end of the episode. And going on about the Bianca and Drew storyline, I kind of thought for a minute Drew was actually going to shoot someone. I don't know if that's also bad on me, or if that's just a testament to the writers and how good they did. For a split second, I actually thought Drew was going to shoot someone at the end of the episode, and I'm really glad he didn't, because that would have been, an extremely dark turn for his character, and Drew's not like that, but I thought with everything he went through in this episode, he's threatened that he could be killed, Bianca could be killed, he's worried his family could be hurt, you could do something like that. I'm very excited to see where it heads from here. Looks like there's going to be a lot of stuff throughout the season involving Bianca and Drew. This seems to be one of the big central storylines of the season, so it's going to be very interesting to see how it plays out. Another big storyline was, of course, Holly J and Fiona and Charlie. It was really nice to see Fiona having a vulnerable side that was positive. Not vulnerable like when Bobby abused her or when she had, a drinking problem, but vulnerable, trying to get into a relationship, trying to be happy, trying to find that special someone, and Holly J there making these little sly remarks for comedic relief and stuff. It was really interesting, to see Fiona going through a fun storyline. You know, I mean, it's not necessarily fun to go through what she's going through, but I mean, it's not, you know, dark or depressing type thing as, you know, the alcohol or the abuse. It was just really fun, you know, to see that. Charlie's a great character. I haven't really read a lot of spoilers, and I haven't really heard a lot about Charlie, and I don't even know if her name was revealed before this. I know a lot of people were wondering where she was. I think they showed Charlie in a preview or some promo or something, but I'm hoping she's going to be on the show for a while. It looks like she is. I don't see why she wouldn't be, so, you know, that's very cool. She's, you know, I enjoyed her character a lot, and the scenes with Fiona were great. My guess is they're kind of, since they're going to be phasing out Riley and Zane as the gay couple, they're going to be bringing in Fiona and Charlie, hopefully, as the new lesbian couple. You know, Annie Clark is such a great actress, and she did such a good job in this plot. Her and Charlie, I think, is going to bring a lot of cool stuff to the show. The other storyline we had in this episode was Sav, you know, trying to get over Holly J and meeting Kiana or Keke Palmer. You know, this was another enjoyable storyline. I think all three of the plots were very well done. Yeah, Keke Palmer I hadn't really listened to a lot of her music. I knew who she was, but she has some catchy songs. You know, they fit into Degrassi great. They were great to hear. She's got a great voice. It was very cool seeing, you know, another celebrity guest on Degrassi. And in my interview with Steven Stone, there's a shameless plug. He talked about how Keke Palmer is, or was, an extreme super fan of Degrassi, and you can listen to all that in the interview. There'll be links and stuff to it when I upload this video if you want to hear that. But she's a huge Degrassi fan, and that's really cool to have someone who's famous and a huge Degrassi fan actually make it on the show. So that was awesome. Yeah, I mean, obviously we know Sav is maybe getting into a relationship with Miss O, or Winnie, as she tells him to call her. I mean, obviously Keke Palmer is too big of a person to be on the show full time, but it would have been cool to see her, you know, more episodes. But it was a great way to get Sav off of Holly J's mind so we can transition into Miss O. And I think the writers did a great job with that as well. I think it was very well done. All the storylines tonight were great. A great way to kick back into the new summer season. Some other little things I noticed here. Some other little things during the commercial breaks. They had little interviews and a couple clips here and there and all that. Yeah, they showed some read-throughs, which I thought was really cool. I know for some DVD extras, some TV shows include portions of read-throughs or entire read-throughs. I know some people have asked before. I think it'd be really cool to get you know, longer clips or even a full read-through. It seems like they record. I'm pretty sure they do record most of them, or if not all of them. I mean, that clip looked pretty. It wasn't like someone pulled out a cell phone to record, you know, some low quality stuff or whatever. That looked like, I mean, it looked like a really decent recording. So hopefully one day in the future we can see a read-through for Degrassi, which I personally think would be really cool. For one, you get to see the characters, you know, all together in a room, laughing together, crying, you know, whatever the storyline is about, everyone's all together. And plus, they also have different lines, different scenes, things, you know, that they don't make it to TV. So that's, you know, cool for people who like that kind of stuff. So I think a read-through would be very cool, and hopefully one day we'll get to see more of that. But Teen Nick, once again, did a great job with the whole, you know, promoting Degrassi, putting a bunch of clips in, interviews, and they were worthwhile to see too. It wasn't like just the same old, you know, okay, whatever, who cares? I mean, I found them actually quite interesting and stuff, so that was really cool on Teen Nick's part. Yeah, that's what I got for this first podcast here. Hopefully I didn't miss anything too much. Normally I plan on rewatching the episode before I do the podcast, so I can make sure I get everything down I want to say, but I just wanted to get one up right away tonight, give everyone an idea of what they can expect, you know, as the days go on later in the summer season and the rest of season 11. Hopefully they will be more planned out and all that good stuff. And also, there'll be some special guests joining me on the podcast. Some familiar people you will know from the Twitter, Tumblr, Facebook, Degrassi universe coming as soon as this week, hopefully, if everything works out. So you can look forward to that. And if you are interested in talking about Degrassi with me and being a guest, I'd love to have some fans and people that I haven't reached out to yet. Anyone who's interested in talking, you can hit me up on Twitter at DJ General. You can DM me or tweet me or whatever, and we can make it happen. I'd love to hear from you. If you have any comments, concerns, anything you think I could do differently for this, anything you want to say, let me know. I'm taking everything into consideration, and of course, this is just the very first one. As time goes on, they'll be a lot more organized, a lot more professional, a lot more better. I just wanted to quickly get something out tonight to celebrate the Season 11 premiere, or as I'm calling it, Season 10.9, since this is a holdover. But yeah, so there you go. Well, hopefully I'll enjoy this, and you can spread it around on Facebook and Twitter, Tumblr, whoever cares about Degrassi, and let them know about this. And alright, we'll see you tomorrow for the official start of Season 11.